time when no one gave me time of day. You looked deep inside while the rest of the world looked away. You smiled at me when there were just frowns everywhere. You gave me love when nobody gave me a prayer.
Hi everybody, good to see you again on Lost on the Way Home. I'm your host, Kim Lewis. Thank you for being here. Today we have another miracle of Jesus, his saving power, a testimony of his saving power. There isn't anything that you are not going through that he cannot rescue you, deliver you, or restore you from. I don't care what your problem is. I don't care what situation you're in, if it's financial. You know, so many people are in financial problems, but health-wise, relational-wise, whatever the situation is, Jesus loves us and he wants to deliver us. But the whole point is that we have to let him. Today on our show we have Victoria Segrave with us. She has a very compelling testimony about having 4 eating disorders. And we just want to welcome you, Victoria, to the show.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you so much for being brave enough to come out and talk about this. Many people don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
They hide. Because of shame.
Yeah.
Feeling so, people get into it because of shame and they stay in it and hide in it because of shame. So it's almost like they don't know where to go, where to get help from. It's just it's like a prison.
Yeah.
It would be like a prison. Yeah. I know that it started for you when you were younger.
Yeah.
And did you feel like a lot of pressure on yourself to look a certain way when you were young?
I did. When I was in high school, I was just about 150 pounds. I played sports, but, all my girlfriends were size 1s and 2s, and I was a 5. So
What's with that size 1? You know that they say now it's 00.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah. It was, thank God I was never bullied. It was just more of an internal struggle for me.
Sure, because you knew you were a little different.
Yeah.
They were just a little, pudgy. Honestly, it was like that for
fluffy.
me in school.
I was fluffy.
Yeah.
I liked calling myself fluffy.
But not really, though.
No.
I mean, in our mind's eye, we see that we don't measure up to what everyone else is, and then so we sort of make ourselves feel apart, the outcast.
Yeah. And that was never the case, but that was something I just lived with, and it was definitely a driving factor later down the road to just live up
and so you kind of played the sports through school. And,
yeah, I was always very active. I just have an athletic body, and it's just a different body type. My girlfriends had tinier bodies, and I was more athletic.
Athletic.
So.
Well, I honestly, to tell you the truth, I was such a tomboy when I was younger.
Really?
I was a tomboy. I played football. I would climb the trees. I beat up all the boys.
Yeah.
I was doing all sports. I was better at it than the boys were.
Yeah.
And they all wanted me on the team, but I always had that issue too with being a little chunky or fluffy, as you say.
Yeah. I played softball growing up. I was the first one out on the kickball field in elementary school. And I danced for 12 years, so I was always moving, but I naturally carried what I know now is muscle. I thought then was just fat.
Right, and then feeling so bad about yourself that way. And then you got into competition?
Yes, when I graduated high school, I was in an awful relationship, just mentally and emotionally just abusive on both accounts. Mm-hmm. You know, one fed the other. And I broke free of that going into college. And when I was in college, I went actually on Jenny Craig, and they sent me the meals, and I ate them, and I lost weight. I got down to, my goal weight of 130 pounds. And then I needed a new goal. I'm a goal setter, so I decided to compete. On social media, it was bikini competitions and it's a form of bodybuilding. So I started training in November of 2011 to compete in April of 2012, and it was a roller coaster for sure.
So do you think that maybe the getting into the competing was almost like setting the record straight with yourself? See, I am thin.
Oh yeah.
I can look like everybody else, and I can prove that I'm better at it because now I'm going to compete.
Yeah.
And show it off.
Oh yeah, it was, let's prove everyone that I went to high school with, and let's prove, my ex and my current boyfriend that like I am this smoke show.
Smoke show.
And it was,
smoking.
I had entered a new relationship, and what was going on in my mind was I just want to be like someone's trophy girlfriend almost. And it was just this sick game that I had playing in my head.
Yeah, but something